did I ever mean to make a mess? How I'm gonna get home is anybody's guess. Money where your mouth was, gonna wake up in dead, and my car ain't fixed yet. Oh no, no, no. Just clap your hands now. Just clap your hands now. Just clap your hands now.
Hey guys, my name's Baxter. I'm an accredited practicing dietitian and online physique coach, and today I'm bringing to you what is typically a very, very, very calorie dense slice in a modified way, and it's actually Lane's mum's recipe, Ellen. So thank you, Ellen, for sending this through to me. It took a little bit of time to go through this and actually get the calories down. So prior to making any adjustments for this pecan slice, it had 35 grams of fat, and I think it was about 48 or 50 grams of carbohydrate in one slice. So that nearly gave me a heart attack just thinking about it. But I must say it is really delicious. So I wanted to modify this so that I can still have it if I have the macros, available. So for this slice, now this recipe will make 10 servings or 10 slices. We're looking at 4.5 grams of protein. So it's not known, or it was never going to be a high protein slice anyway. It has 16 grams of fat, so I've managed to halve the fat content, and 24 grams of carbohydrate, which isn't too bad, to be honest with you. So it's not a guilt-free slice, but certainly much, much better than the original. So give it a go. It's really delicious. This is one of my favorite slices. Pecans are a favorite of mine, and Lane's as well. So we're definitely going to be able to enjoy this with less guilt. So stick around and let's get to it. All right, so we'll start with the base. I'm using these gluten-free, pecan-flavored, just plain biscuits. You don't have to use these, you can just use regular tea biscuits, but the macros for these are 5 fat, 21 carb, and 2 grams of protein. So try and get something similar if you can. Most biscuits that are just plain will be around those kind of macronutrient ratios anyway. So we're using 150 grams. Okay, for the base as well, we're going to be using my favorite, the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. It is the lowest fat content of all the margarines on the market here in the US that I have seen. If you know differently, let me know. Comment in the video because I want to know. But as far as I know, this is the go-to. So I'm going to use 80 grams melted for the base. The final ingredient for the base is this coconut flour. You can also use almond meal, but this is actually a little bit less fat than regular almond meal, and I'm going to be using 50 grams. If you're not worried about the fat content or your calories, well then that's great for you. You can use a regular base as well. There are plenty of cake bases or pie bases that are pre-made that you can buy that are frozen or in the cooking section of the supermarket. But I'm choosing to make it from scratch just so that it is a little bit more calorie friendly. All right, so for the actual filling of the pecan slice, I'm going to be using 150 grams of pecans. Don't try and use walnuts, it doesn't work, it doesn't taste the same. Please use pecans since it is a pecan pie. I'm going to be using gelatin. Again, I'm modifying some of the ingredients for the filling, so it's not going to have a thick consistency like normal. So the gelatine, again, is just going to help bind it all together and set correctly when we finish. The regular recipe will call for a 1 cup of sugar. I'm replacing all of that with my favorite, just a Splenda or stevia. Try and use the powdered product because again, it'll help thicken that ingredient when you're mixing it all together as opposed to the liquid stevia. So 1 full cup. Now, Ellen's original recipe actually used a full cup of corn syrup or dark corn syrup. I'm actually going to use this dark or amber blue agave, and I'm also going to be using some calorie-free pancake syrup to replace half of this. So you're going to be using half a cup of either dark corn syrup or this particular product. And to make up the other 50% of the liquid ingredients, I'm going to be using a low-calorie maple syrup or pancake syrup. The regular recipe that Ellen sent through to me has 3 eggs. I'm replacing all of that with egg stirs to the same volume, so 3 eggs or 150 mils of egg stirs. And that's it, guys. Let's get started. Okay, putting 150 grams of biscuits. I have already weighed out and melted the butter, so I'm just going to put that straight in. Put in that 50 grams of coconut. That's just the red meal brand. You can use any though. Alright, so I'm going to preheat the oven. So I'm setting that to 380 Fahrenheit. So I'm just going to give a slice tray a quick spray. Baking paper. So that it actually sticks. Make sure you've got plenty of overhang so you can pull the slice out when you finish. And then one more quick spray. So for the filling, we just pour everything into one bowl. So 150 grams of pecan nuts going in there. 1 cup of stevia. I have combined the maple syrup or pancake syrup with the corn syrup or agave nectar. Egg stirs, the equivalent of 3 eggs. So I'm just going to bring some water to the boil so that we can empty out 2 of the sachets of gelatine into this mixture. Because remembering that I have replaced almost half of that thick corn syrup, so it's not going to set as well like a regular pecan pie. So this is really going to help hold it and gel it together. So this has just been sitting here for about 10 minutes. You can see how that's already starting to set. So once that goes into the fridge, or once it's baked and then goes into the fridge, you can see how it actually solidifies. I've just baked this in the oven for about 35 minutes and I'm going to slice this up into 10 servings and it is going to be delicious. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoy this recipe, please like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And keep in mind, whilst I love cooking and I have tons of low-calorie, macro-friendly recipes for you, I also have a lot of nutrition education information on my YouTube. So check that out. I'm going to put the links up on the screen here for you right now. Thanks again for watching and have a really great day. Thanks. Give me my pie. Time to be serious. In my case, I feel like they're just a disability. Len! I can't open the packet. I bet you this is awesome. I would totally eat that if you guys weren't watching.